come along with me today and I'm going to show you how to make tomato herb jam. It's the adult style ketchup. And then I'm going to be showing you how we're going to use this. Well, are you ready to make a superb type of a tomato jam? Well, follow me and I'm going to show you just how. So today I decided to bring you along on making a tomato herb jam. Now, some will call it maybe an adult type of a ketchup. Others might see it as a treat to be able to brown bag it to work every day and have a BLT. Well, however you look at it, I'm going to show you how to make it all possible, which would be 6 pounds of tomatoes. So I'm going to take these over to my sink. I'm going to give them a good wash, and then I'm going to core them, and then I'm going to give them a quick chop, quick dicing or chop them up, and then I'm going to place them in here, and I'll bring you back at that point when I have them in here, okay? Alright, I'm not going to put the full 6 pounds in this at first because I think it's going to be too much for the jam and jelly maker to handle. I don't know. We're going to soon find out, I don't know. We're going to be finding out together. But anyways, let's go ahead and put this on. Ooh, it would help if I would plug it in. Okay, come down here, push the jelly button, and then let's push the enter. Okay, so far it's doing good. So what we're going to be wanting to do is add 1 teaspoon of salt to this. That's going to help bring out the liquids in the tomatoes. And I know I haven't mentioned this about the tomatoes. Leave the skins on, folks. That's where a lot of the nutrition and all that is in the fruits and vegetables. So please, leave them on. We're going to be taking the immersion blender anyways and giving this a few zip zip. Okay, and then we're going to be adding a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And then you're going to want 3 cloves of garlic. Well, I don't have the fresh minced garlic, but I do have my own dehydrated minced garlic, so I'm going to put the equivalency of that in. Okay, and then we're also going to add 2 bay leaves to this. So just throw them on down into it. We'll fish them out later on. Okay, and as this is cooking down and stuff, I'm going to keep adding the rest of my 6 pounds of tomatoes to my jam and jelly maker, and I'll see you at the next step. Okay, I just thought I'd let you see how it's coming along. And they're being cooked down beautifully. I think I'm going to let this go through the full cycle with half of the tomatoes that are already in here. And after it goes through that full cycle, I will add the other half of the chopped tomatoes to this, and then we're going to be running it through another cycle. Okay, let's take another look. Oh, they are looking gorgeous and cooking down beautifully. Trust me, folks, you really have to go out and get yourself one of these little babies. I'm really enjoying it. It's like a little mini-me in my kitchen, especially during full canning season, because I can do a batch in this little baby. I can be doing something else in canning in my kitchen, and I have no worry about this burning or scorching and doing whatnot in this pan, because this is like set it and forget it, and this does it. This does everything. So I can't praise it enough. I love it. Okay. It's cooled off. And we're going to come down here, push the jelly button, and then we're going to push the enter button. And we're going to do the Henry VIII I am. Second verse, same as the first. We're going to sit there and just let this run its little course through its cycle. Put your cover on, and now allow the second half of the tomatoes now to cook down, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, our jam and jelly maker went off again, and let's go ahead and fish out those whole bay leaves that we used, if you can find them, because I don't want to take the immersion blender to this until we have them out. So I'm going to find them and I'm going to remove them. And while this is cooling down, I think I'm going to take the immersion blender to it and give it a few zips. Okay, I found my bay leaves and I'm going to remove them. Okay, now we're going to be adding 1.5 cups of sugar and 1/2 cup of balsamic vinegar. Now, if you don't have that herb Provence, what you would be doing is taking 1/2 teaspoon, that's a full one, you need 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of rosemary, and finally 1/2 teaspoon of marjoram. Okay, I already went ahead and I took my immersion blender and I gave it a few zips and I blended everything up. And now let's come down here to the jelly button and we're going to increase it to 30 minutes and then we're going to push the enter button. Okay, let's take a look and see how it's doing. Okay, we're going to continue to cook this down until it's really nice and thick. And I'm going to give it another 30 minutes. So I'm going to go over to the jelly once again. And I'm going to increase it to 30. And then I'm going to push it on enter. And I'm going to replace the cover back on. And I'll see you in another 30. But that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep reducing this until it gets nice and thick, and then we're going to ladle it into our jars. Okay, our jam and jelly maker just went off, and let's take a look. Ooh, it's looking good. Let me grab my spatula. I'm going to put the lid down. I'm going to go ahead and just take all this goodness that accumulated up on the sides. Go ahead and let's get the little collar. Ooh, yeah. I think I'm going to let it go one more time. I want this to stick to any meat or anything that I'm going to be